How's it going, Shop?
I just want listeners to know it is a new week and we are still talking about Brandy and Monica.
Real talk, yo. Drama last.
I know. It is evergreen.
Yo, guess what? The conversations Shalewa and I have been having about that still lasting longer than that tour. You know what I mean? That tour is going nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
Real talk. Like I can't stop thinking about it. How do you start that? Like you can't start in Atlanta.
No.
You know what I mean? You can't do either like person getting home field first.
Right.
They're gonna be feeling themselves.
Yeah.
You can't do either person's home field last because they're gonna think they won.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's so much strategy to it of like whoever's like the tour manager, I can't imagine the stress level of that.
I know.
You know what I mean? How do you plan that? It's insane that they're on tour together. I love their music, but I can't see how that works. For they have to wait 3 months before they start.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna hit the road for 3 months. That's insane work.
Yeah, and they're playing arenas. They are out their damn mind. They're starting in Cincinnati.
Okay, good neutral city. Okay.
Yeah, all right, start in the middle of the country and then just work it out.
Where is Cincinnati closer? You could tell I don't know anything about geography.
Right.
Or spelling. I just wrote Cinniti. Like, I don't know what the hell I was writing over there. Bro, I'm over here typing Cinniti. Real talk. Google was just like, yo, try that again, homie. Give me something to work with. Is that closer to Mississippi or to Georgia?
I mean, I don't know, really. I feel like Mississippi is probably more of a straight shot.
Yeah.
I bet there are a lot of people who got family in Mississippi who live in Ohio, probably. But let's see. 1,
that look
2,
like Georgia.
3, 4, 5, 6. Atlanta is 6 dates in on Halloween. I know y'all not gonna play Atlanta on Halloween.
Yo,
that's good. Someone better put an air tag in Brandy because that bitch gonna disappear. Y'all gotta stop playing around.
Oh man, that shit is gonna be drama to the most.
Yep.
Real talk. I am so excited. I really hope we get all the articles. I hope it ends peacefully. I don't expect it to.
No, I don't think so. I'll go this far. If it makes it, it starts on October 16th.
Okay.
If it makes it like a month, they should be in Brooklyn on November 20th.
Okay.
I will go.
Real talk. You know what? Shot, I'm going too.
Yeah. I mean, because we know we ain't going. Because
real talk.
Be a tour, but
that shit is bananas, yo.
Of course, it's at Barclays. I absolutely will go. That's insane.
That is wild work, yo. Much respect to the salesperson over here that was like talking to them. Real talk. Somebody sold them on both, because like you can't even sell them in the same day.
Right.
Those are separate combos.
Right.
And then it was like, well, I won't do it unless she does this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's like at least 5 of those. What'd she say?
You know what I mean? On both sides.
Yo, yep. What'd she say? How much you giving her? Huh? Well, if she getting that, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
As bananas work.
Oh man.
Yo, this is impressive. This whole and then like, you hope for success for people you looked up to.
Right.
But there has to be something very wrong for them to be like, yeah, all right. Like there's something's on foreclosure.
No, what it is, I saw someone call this the biggest recession indicator they've ever seen. And it really is. Like all those other recession indicators, that's nothing. But Brandy and Monica touring together? Yeah, we in a recession.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it were to continue, we probably will not have the money to buy those tickets because we're all struggling. If Brandy and Monica are touring together, trust me, we are all struggling. Nobody wins.
Yo, We touched on it during the main episode. This is coming out Monday, bonus episode, as you guys know. Tickets should be live as of this point.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
let us know where your seats are.
real talk. Let us know where you copping. Let's do a whole crew. United Troops and Correspondents at the Barclays, 11/20. You know what I mean? Y'all been asking us to do a live show together. Forget that. Let's see this concert together.
You hear us enough. Watch us laugh at this show.
Yo, low key, that would actually be a fire live event. If like we do some like shouting at the screen shit at concerts. Oh man.
Oh man. But also Kelly Rowland, poor Kelly Rowland. She's supposed to open. I hope.
Yo,
Why y'all gotta do Kelly dirty like that? You know what I mean?
real
You know this
talk.
tour ain't gonna continue. And Money Long, I guess that's how you say her name, Money Long.
Okay.
And whoever Jamal Roberts is. I'll have to look who that is. But
Yo,
yeah,
this is wild work.
I don't know about this one.
My goodness, yo. Man, you know, I mentioned this online a few days ago. Slick Rick put out an album earlier that I think is exceptional. Beautiful videos.
Right.
Now
Who
Monica
produced
and
that?
Brandy are on tour. Like, real talk, man. Anything's possible, man. Anything
Anything's
can happen.
possible.
Real talk, man. Every time I think like, yo, like you can't make that dream happen. And then someone's like, yo, I convinced Brandy and Monica to do a 35 city tour
Yeah.
together. 60-year-old Slick Rick said, yo, I don't care how y'all youngins get down. I'm gonna make a dope ass album, put it out. I'm gonna rap about everything that is politically incorrect and still make y'all think this is cool.
Well, I mean, honestly, because he's such a great storyteller, this makes all the sense in the world for Slick Rick to do this.
It's fucking dope.
And it kind of makes me sad that there's not more of this from him, but it's because that art is tied up with the commerce of selling albums.
Right.
And so, you have to think of it in like but I'm a recording artist and I got to do something that's viable for the record labels, and labels aren't really trying to okay my like concept albums.
Right.
When if there's any place concept albums should be a bigger thing, I feel like it's in hip hop, even though it that may I mean, I know that concept albums happen in hip hop,
Yeah.
but I don't hear the conversation about them like you did about like rock bands in the 70s.
Real talk. Agreed.
Yeah, and I think more should I think they should concentrate, like, on that more because these are storytellers, so let them tell a story
Yeah. Crazy
and
concept.
stop linking it to it had to have happened. Like, it doesn't have to be real, it just has to be a good story,
It's a good
and
story. Yeah.
yeah, and let that but then you gotta change your whole metric as to how do we make money? How do we I don't know, but
Yeah, real talk. Yo, on some real shit. You know who never killed nobody? Martin Scorsese. Not one trigger pull. Real talk. I promise you, that dude ain't got no bodies.
right, you're
Okay?
right.
Every gun he shot has been since becoming rich. Because he was like, I gotta know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like I've been making these movies for years. Yeah, let me try one of these gun things at the range.
Right.
But he got no bodies and no one cares. They still see the story he's selling as valid, authentic, interesting, even
Right.
if it's about another character. Let
Mhm.
Slick Rick do that. A dude's 60 years old. You know what I mean? You
True.
and like the story, sincerely, like the rapping, the music is dope, but like it's a genuine art piece. Like I don't know if you saw it. It's like he made the entire album a 30-minute video. So
Oh,
like
he did
he
a visual album. Okay.
Yeah, so like each song has its own video, but it functions as a whole like cinematic kind of like movie.
Okay.
Really interesting piece, really dope. There's like different like artistic visions for each song. It's really well curated. Has Idris Elba kind of running point throughout the whole
Alright,
movie.
that's what I was trying to think of, like, who helped produce it, and it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
dope idea. And like Also shouts to Nas and Mass Appeal for the whole like um kind of investment in this kind of art. He's like committed to putting out 7 albums from like dope hip hop artists that don't normally get this kind of wave. Slick
Okay,
being the first
alright.
one. He's doing a posthumous is that how you say that? Posthumous?
Oh,
Posthumous?
oh, posthumous.
Posthumous. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the word I read and don't say out loud often.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Right.
But he's doing a Big L album, and Mobb Deep is doing one with where like it's basically Havoc remixing the verses from Prodigy that haven't come out since he's passed away.
Okay.
New Gangstar album, and then there's some other artists, but it's like Ghostface album. Basically
Right.
like people that he's like these are dope people that I love that maybe aren't the most famous today, but I
Right.
just like their stuff, and I have $100 million from Ring now, and these other weird companies that blew up.
That's right.
You know what
Did
I mean?
he purchased Mass Appeal, right?
Yeah, he's like one of their like main owners now, and he
Okay.
uses it as kind of like a conduit to like, hey, like
Right.
this is a cool idea for hip hop, and now I could spend on it.
That's
So
great.
yeah,
That's
it's
great.
dope. Real
Yeah.
talk. Dropping that sweet chick money on this shit over here. You know what
Right,
I mean?
exactly.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
dope.
fantastic. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. So that's good that he's behind doing that because he's got the view of, like, business dude, but then also artist to understand that these are stories that should be like, this is an art form that should be celebrated in ways outside of how many streams,
Yeah.
you know?
There's other
So
ways of like gauging like the success of it. There's other things that you can get out of it. There's value add even if it isn't the economic success.
right.
And also, this is why you get economic success. You can say fuck you. That doesn't make economic sense. I just like the idea. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
Real talk.
exactly.
This is Nas's $20,000 sofa or whatever the hell it is. You know what I
Hey,
mean? Like,
man. Nas has got he's doing this. Big Boy's got owls. Andre's walking around parking lots playing flutes. Like, get you
yeah,
a thing.
real talk.
Older dudes, get you a thing, and let it be like let it bring you peace. You
Real
know?
talk. I love it. By the way, Nas, through his venture capital firm, Queensbridge Venture Partners, uh,
Okay.
has been an investor in Dropbox, Lyft, Robinhood, Coinbase, Ring, and PillPack, amongst other companies. And then separately on his own, he's behind Casper, Genius, SeatGeek. Uh,
Whoa, hold on.
Real talk.
He's
Through
behind Casper
yeah, he got
mattresses.
he's not the main owner, but he's
Right.
part of the angel investment round of like 10 different big companies.
Oh my God, who taught him how to handle his money?
This is all recent. This is like the last like 15 years. He had like some really wealthy Wall Street friends that like kind of say, yo, your name and your brand has real credibility. So like let's mix that with us. That's what Queensbridge, that venture capital firm, is about. It's like
Okay.
a newer thing because they essentially like there was I forgot the guy's name, but he was like, "Yo, like you're legitimately one of the 5 most recognizable hip hop artists ever, and
Right.
the others are either dead or substantially richer than you, and their catalogs aren't as impressive as yours. So like
Right.
you have equity in another way. So like let us marry our money with your cool factor." And that's what like Sweet Chick was like the first step into that. It was like
Right.
a low stakes way of him showing, yo, you say you own this and it becomes a thing.
Mhm.
And it was like the proof of concept. And like, he just kept doing it. But yeah,
Oh,
yo,
wow.
low key
Wow.
homeboy well off.
Okay.
Real
Well,
talk,
good
he out
for
there, you know what
him.
I mean?
Wow.
Look at that. That's our future. I don't know if you know that, Sha.
That's
We
our future?
real talk, yo. At like 75, we gonna finally hit it big.
Oh,
Real
Lord.
talk. It's a slow build, slow build.
That's well, then I probably should have started before 37, huh?
That's the only difference. Real talk. It's the same amount of time. It's not started at 16. Okay, you gotta give him that. Real talk. He started hitting at like mid 40s, late early 50s.
Oh, yuck.
Started at 18. So you won't be like 76.
Yeah, great.
But it's gonna all hit shots. It's gonna hit hard. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, fantastic.
You know what I mean?
I
Real talk.
guess.
All the
I don't
glasses money's gonna come reeling in one day.
I
Heavy.
no, I don't know. I don't know if I need all that.
Real talk.
I may just want to be in a studio apartment with whichever cat I'm with
Okay.
or dog.
You heard it here first. Shalewa Dog Adoption Company.
Oh, so hold on. I ain't trying to help y'all find your own dogs. You find them on the street. That's what you do. Y'all out here paying all this money for dogs. They out here walking freely. Well, they're not in New York so much. I
Yeah,
don't
not
see
anymore.
roving bands of dogs like I used to. In Atlanta, just like dog crews.
Real talk. Yo, I still, and by the way, I've talked about this before. I still stand behind this. The reason New York has a rat problem is because y'all solved the wrong problem. Cats and dogs solved that whole rat problem for us for
I
years.
mean,
We
that
always
yeah,
we had rats, but they never fucked with us.
right.
Now they rock with us because we the only thing left bigger than them on the street.
Yeah. I mean, there are a couple of like street cats, and I just let them do what they do because I'm like, hey, there. This is how the world's supposed to work.
Real talk.
You're
I drop a bottle once a week that says a thank you. Here's some Poland Spring. You know what I mean? Good looking. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Feel free to do
yeah,
what you got to do in my yard. Just clean up after yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But now
So
we took them out the game, and now we got 4-foot rats running around here. Y'all ain't think we was gonna make that pivot from Brandy and Monica, huh? No, nah, that's
nope,
what we do.
nope. They know if anyone's listened to us long enough, they know that no matter what happens, it all comes down to rats.
Always, baby.
We
Always.
will always we will always find ourselves in rats.
Real talk. It goes
So
either way. It's either rats or it's a Brandy and Monica. One of the two directions. Those are the two ends.
oh boy.
Oh man, let's get into the news. Kicking us off, Pornhub exits France, its second biggest market, over age verification laws. That's right. Owner of Pornhub has blocked access to his website in France because of its objections to a new French law requiring pornographic sites to verify the age of their users. Adult entertainment company ILO has made the difficult decision to suspend access in France to its user uploaded platforms, which also includes sites like YouPorn and RedTube from starting Wednesday, according to Alex Kakezi, ILO's vice president. For its part, Arkham, the country's communications regulator, said in a statement that ILO had chosen to shirk the requirement of protecting minors enshrined in digital regulations by suspending access to its content in France, including for adults. That's despite the numerous technical solutions on the market allowing users to age to be verified while ensuring the protection of their personal data. The company is owned by a Canadian private equity firm, Ethical Capital Partners. Love the name. Uh, argued that user ages should be checked from their device, such as their smartphone or computer, and should thus be the responsibility of tech companies like Apple, Google, and Microsoft rather than a pornographic site.
Okay. Um all right. I think honestly the biggest surprise to me is that France is Pornhub's second largest market?
Yo, real talk. I was blown away by that.
France, huh?
Yo,
I I don't know why that's surprising because it's the French, but I mean, first, honestly, if again, I'm not a betting woman, but I probably would have put money on Italy.
yo,
Y'all seem freaky and or deaky, but yeah,
yo.
like I don't. That's just so funny that France is the second biggest market,
I
and
was
then
surprised because the numbers, like, there's only 70 million people in France.
yeah, I was like, "Ugh, France seems so small. I mean, does that mean everybody is watching? Like, to that end, if it's the second biggest market, because I'm going to assume that the US
Oh yeah, we
is
rock a study up there, baby.
certainly number one.
Real talk.
Um, and and our kids are watching it. So what's France worried about? Look how well we're doing. You
Real
know, if you're
talk.
gonna let your kids drink wine at 14, France, you gotta let them blow off a little steam. So, like,
Oh man.
that's
I
but that is I mean, I, it feels like if that's the government's decision of, like, you have to verify, I mean, maybe they should be the ones to kinda put that in place? I see what Pornhub is saying there.
yeah,
Of just like, if you want it so bad, you do it. Like, don't say you want it and then put it on us to do and then blame us as the reason that it's going wrong.
that's fair. Real
Right.
talk.
It
I ain't
is
mad at it.
it
Also,
is
shots to
fair.
America being number one when 19 different states don't have access to Pornhub. That means we are carrying it with 60% of our population.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is kind of wild. I was about to say those states still have highways and those guys are just driving to other places to get their porn for sure. I know for a fact that guys will travel many states if it means they can get the porn that they want. But, yeah, that's what I'm saying, we're putting up numbers,
Yo,
you know? There's a lot
impressive.
of us.
Impressive, yo. Yeah, I get it in terms of, you have your own population to respond to and
Right.
report to, and if they're saying that they want this in place, fine. But I really get Pornhub side too. They're like, yo, you know what I mean? The rest of Europe is being freaky just fine. You
Right,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
like you if this is what you've agreed to do, then y'all do it.
Y'all do it, be real
Y'all
talk.
do it. That's what you
Amen.
want, you do it.
Does is France one of those places where like there's nudity on regular TV?
Oh, I think honestly,
Right? Like I assumed there was
I mean, I think perhaps there might be all over the world except for, uh,
here.
US and, I'm gonna say Vatican City.
Mm,
I think we might be the where but other places, maybe a little bit in the UK, they're probably kinda limited, but I think there's just a bit more freedom overall on what can be broadcast. But I mean, like, they ain't broadcasting what Pornhub is doing.
yeah,
You
that's
know what?
different.
Honestly, I'm not sure because I remember a clip being on Twitter of, like, it was like a reality show, so I think it was in what do they have, like, night vision or something? A
Okay.
guy a couple having sex in the room of the reality show where they're supposed to be asleep, and
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
then a guy in the bed next to him just moved that guy out of the way, and then he started having sex with and I was like and they were like, "Yeah, this was on television." And I was like, "On, like, TV television?" Like,
Real talk.
yeah, like, where the what? Not to clutch my pearls, but that just I mean, it feels a little wild if I'm just trying to eat spaghetti and y'all just pull
Yo.
out like, give me a heads up that's coming or something. No pun. No pun. At this point, maybe a pun is intended. I don't even know anymore.
I don't know, mind you, like, channels can mean different things in different countries. But
Mhm.
like one of the weird facts that has stood to me, the show Naked Attraction, where like you pick your date without fully seeing them, but they're slowly revealing their body that's nude. You've seen this?
No,
So
no.
it's an incredible
What?
show. So like you'll have like, like a woman will be there with the host or a man, either or.
Mhm.
And let's say the woman wants to date a guy, they'll have six men standing behind a panel where they're fully covered, but the guy's
Okay.
naked. And
Okay.
it'll start with the panel rolling up to their waist, meaning their waist to their face is covered, but you
Right.
can see their legs, their feet, and their penis.
Oh.
And this is how they start the convo. So like the lady will literally look at them and she can ask them questions. I think she can ask questions every round that more is revealed. But she also has to
Okay.
start eliminating people. So
Right.
the first eliminations is based on legs and dick. Straight up.
Wait, hold on.
This
That's a
is
bar. The
yo.
first eliminations are based on leg and dick, and honestly, for me, we could stop there. If I
Real
don't like
talk.
your legs,
I ain't mad at that, yo. It's a solid show. And you'll see like it's ill because like you'll see women like have like real convos with this host about it. And she'll be like, oh, that's incredible, but that's too much for me. Oh, that like, oh, this is dope.
yo,
Or other women will be like, oh, I'm about that. You know what I
you
mean? And
know
like
what? Honestly, let's combine this with that balloon popping show that seems to be everywhere.
real talk, it's incredible. But like what fucked my head up is like when I first saw it, I was like, yo, this is fascinating. Where is this aired? And it's in the UK,
Right? Yes. Who's
straight up.
watching this?
Real talk. Like, how is this a thing? But I'm like, what fucked my head up is the channel that it's on is
Mhm.
channel 4. Not like a network. Like it is on British channel 4. So like in my head, I was like, the only way that makes sense is if in like the UK, 4 means like porn. And I don't know the local lingo.
No, it does. It's just one
It's
of the
just a
channels.
regular channel.
Yeah.
So straight up, Naked Attraction. Look up the show. It'll fuck your head up that this is channel 4 network.
That's wild. Because I mean,
Wow.
I've never even been over there. I want to go, not to watch the show, but I mean, I know what channel 4 is, and I'm like, "Oh, that's just one of the channels."
Real talk.
That's
You can watch it
insane.
on Max, Hulu.
It's on Max?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's how I
HBO.
watched it the first time. I was like, oh, this is
Oh.
dope.
Yeah, once you say and then you see their penis, Max is usually like, "I'll take that."
Real talk. And then like,
Here.
yo, and again, to be clear, that's how it starts.
Right.
The
Ugh.
first thing you see, penis. And they like ask questions, you know what I mean? And then they keep revealing more while less people are available. So you gotta like, I don't rock with his dick, so I'm gonna cut those two. And now you're
Right.
down to like 4 people. And
I
then
gotta
like,
be I'm probably cutting folks off of, based on, like, calf muscles
oh yeah, there's a lot of women that's like real
and
big on
feet.
meat.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, like he don't look like he can hold me.
Yes.
Or like
Okay.
he don't look like he like does physical labor. I like blue collar dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Tattoos really does do a lot.
Oh, sure. Some people are very particular. They don't want anyone tatted up.
Yeah. It's
And
like a heavy swing or miss. Like you know right away what
yeah.
that person's about or not. Really fascinating shit. I was like, this is dope. And then as they keep going, the final 2 people, you finally see their face.
Right.
And then because you're fully seeing them,
Mhm.
the person who has been watching all these naked people has to now get naked themselves for the
Oh,
final
sure.
interaction to make it
Right.
fair,
Yeah,
which is
that
kind
makes
of
sense.
dope. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So initially, the host and the date person are dressed,
Mhm.
seeing parts of people while learning
Right.
about them, and then
Okay.
it ends in that interaction. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Real talk, yo.
That's insane.
Low key, I'm kind of mad I didn't come up with this TV show. Like it is such a dope concept, such an affordable thing too. Like they're much
Such
like
an affordable
real talk.
look
Like
at
you think about
you.
TV production value, most of the money is on like like RG lights for the background.
Oh my
So
god.
and that's just so that the set design, but mostly so that the lady could be like, yeah, I want the red dick or like the blue dick. You know what I mean? And keep it moving.
Oh, man.
It's
Oh,
fire.
that's insane, and I'm absolutely going to watch this.
Incredible show. Real talk. Host is solid too. Real talk. I'm impressed. Like she's they're good at like getting good questions out. I'm impressed.
Right.
Yeah. Good
Wow.
time. Check it
Okay.
out, people. Y'all into it. I think it's dope. I'm impressed with
Oh,
it.
man.
and in other news, I wonder if that would count as something that like France would be like, nah, by the way. But
Yeah, no, probably not.
right, because that's not porn.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah, who knows? It's gotta be whatever's on Pornhub, and that would never make it well, you know what? Maybe there's a corner. Honestly, I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you, I've never looked at Pornhub.
really.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, it just reminds me of, like, having to be at work. Like, I
What?
because there were 7 plus years of my life where my work, the environment at work, like, I'm eating lunch around boxes with
Ah,
genitals on them.
right.
So, I think I just have, like, a different relationship with it,
That's fair.
and so, if I watch it, it's not like, "Yeah, let's see what they do." It's more like, "Alright, let's see what this one does." Like, you know you know what I mean? So, it's just like when I'm watching, I'm not even thinking, "Oh, I'd wanna try that," or, "I wish someone would do that to me." I am thinking like, "Oh, yeah, this will probably be pretty popular," or that
Right.
like, straight up, like, sales associate, like, looking at it in a different way, so I just never so it's not in me to just be like, "I feel like looking at porn." I don't. I didn't before I got the job, and I don't necessarily now.
That's
And
fair.
yeah, so I'm like, I think it's set up like YouTube, but I may be thinking of YouPorn. Maybe I saw that somewhere and I'm like, "Oh, it's like YouTube, but it's porn." Or maybe I didn't, I just saw the name and made that connection and kept it moving. I just have never really looked at those things.
Nah, that's fair. And
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the way you said that reminded me of my uncle. He's an exterminator. He's like, yo, when I first got the job, I couldn't eat. He's like, now I kill a dude, still have a burger. He like roaches, mice don't affect anything I'm eating at all. He's like, I'm just fine. He's like, it's a different thing. He's like, it's just part of the work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of how it feels. It's just like, yeah, no, I mean, that I guess that's what happens. I don't know, but yeah, so I much rather would see a dick in a conversation way than
Yeah, real talk. I think you
what?
dig the show then, because it's
Yeah,
like they like they're showing like themselves, and you getting to know the person. So like the woman will walk over and they'll be like, "What do you think about this?" And like and respect, by the way, like to the women on the show, to the men on the show, but like they don't necessarily start, genital. Like it's not a little kid show.
right.
Like real talk, like there have been, I would say the 80% of the people when the first set of people are revealed, the camera shows genital because that's the attention grab.
Sure.
But people will walk over and be like, "Oh, I don't fuck with your nails." You
Right.
know what I mean? Like on some real, and like when you dating at like 40, like that shit matters. He like
Absolutely it
real
does.
talk, like your penis is cool, but it's under pants
Right,
when we
exactly.
outside,
But
but
them
everybody's
nasty
seeing
ass
your hands.
hands, I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, no,
And I
that
gotta
makes sense.
own the hands.
Right.
Like everybody gonna see, oh, like those hands, those are my hands too. I picked those hands.
Right.
Nobody knows if I picked your penis. Your penis is covered. They don't know
Right.
what penis I picked.
Yeah, that's usually the case. I mean, we take what we get with those,
But the hands,
but the
everybody
hands
knows you were okay with that. Yo, that shit different.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Huh.
probably how I would prefer, to see genitals anyway.
Look at that. Learn something new.
Yeah, yeah.
In other news, Chinese hotel
Oh.
told wake up service of red pandas climbing onto the guest beds must stop.
Yeah, you think? What's happening?
Real that is the title, by the way, folks. A Chinese hotel has been ordered to end its unusual wake up call service that involves red pandas climbing onto guest beds after concerns for safety and animal rights. Uh, no shit. Hey,
Yeah, are they
Ledoux,
getting paid enough? Yes.
like Jing Holiday Hotel, a popular family resort in Chongqing, has been called on by local forestry bureau to stop one of its most popular services. Many guests are attracted to the hotel solely for its red panda wake up experience. The service involves bringing one of the hotel's red pandas up to a guest's bedroom in the morning, allowing the panda to roam freely around the room and climb onto the bed.
I
Reviews.
wish a motherfucker would. Are you
Yo,
You've got to be out of your goddamn mind if you think look, and I say that as somebody with a cat. I love when the cat jumps on me and just stands on me while I am trying to sleep. And even then, it's not like a fun wake I mean, it is a wake up, but it's more like a, "Bitch, I'm hungry." from her.
Where
So
you
I
at,
get
yo?
that. But also we have a relationship.
Yeah.
Um, and when I had Gertie, my pit bull, she sometimes would get on the bed with me, but not like in a wake up way, just more like a scoot over, I'm tired. Um, but to wake me, she might stand next to my bed and just go, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh, you need to go outside." You know what I mean? There are
Right.
reasons for all of that. But again, lived with that bitch for a number of years. So we just gonna have some unfamiliar panda. Just we're just gonna let him loose. First off, I don't like the idea of letting anything loose in my hotel room.
Yo,
I don't care
insane.
what that is. I don't like let loose in my. No,
None of that. None of that.
everything a controlled release. No
Real
letting
talk.
loose. What are we doing?
Insanity. Real talk. And you know, you heard how professional we just handled the last topic, okay?
Right.
I'm all into, people liking non-traditional things in a personal life. You like being woken up by red pandas? Fantastic. Buy your own red panda.
That's what I'm saying.
Real talk. Just get a
Build a
red panda.
relationship with the red panda.
Build the
Don't
bond, B. Real talk. Imagine you this red panda. Like, low key, I feel like this is a weird trick they're playing on the panda. Like, the panda is just like constantly looking for a friend. They're like, it knew once that was in the bed. And every
Oh,
day it just wakes up like, oh,
wow.
this my homie? You ain't my homie. I don't know you.
Yeah. What happens when that panda just turns on you?
Yo,
You know what I mean? I mean, you're making a lot of weird all of a sudden there's this thing on you and you're like, "Oh," and what if the panda's like, "Bitch," and then just
real
goes to
talk.
scratch you? There are too
Fucking
many I can't believe you know what? I
real
wanna
talk.
say I can't believe that this is a thing, but
Mm-mm.
unfortunately, these are the types of stories that we hear about China.
Real talk.
Enough that the first thing that I think is like, "Yeah, this sounds like some old China shit." I hope that this isn't just run of the mill China shit. I hope that people in China were like, "Y'all are doing what?" But then again, and then, like, I guess the families that go are treating it like, I don't know, Disney World or something. I don't know. I want it to not be the norm, but
Right? Yo,
I don't
my first thought when I read this was like, man, um, there must not be a lot of people in China with sleep apnea.
uh,
Cause like
any sleep issues at all.
real talk, like I can't you put that thing in and it walks over to me and I got the mask on and now it's swinging at me, dislodge. Nah, B. Once I got the mask on, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like headphones for podcasting. Like I'm in the sleep,
Yes. Yes.
So I don't want like little red furries like saying what's up. No surprises when I wake up.
You know what else about the red panda? I don't mean to shit on I'm not shitting on the red panda, but I will just say this. The red panda's face
Mm-hmm.
is the most AI of looking of the animals. I think we can agree that of animals, the red panda, the way it normally
Yeah,
looks like AI.
real talk. It's cute in a nightmarish way.
Yeah, a little bit of that. A little
Real
bit of
talk.
that. It's too adorable.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would believe that it's an actual also, aren't pandas bears? No matter how big or small they are, aren't they bears? Don't they still have those bear claws? Where it looks like 7 fingers on each side? Get
Nah,
out of
B.
here. No, y'all are
Uh,
tripping. Y'all
Not
are
going too
tripping.
far, man. Real talk, man. There's limits to what we need.
Yeah.
Yo, like real talk. The customer is not always right.
No,
Real
stop
talk.
listening to 'em. I know you
Real
want their
talk.
but they don't know
Who
what they're
the
doing.
suggestion? How slow was business that this was what it came to over there, yo? What's the hotel next door doing? And you're like, yo, what can we do to separate ourselves?
Right. Is
You
there
know,
like a red panda district where this is happening a lot and y'all are just dirtier than the rest of them?
real talk.
Or are you like in a district where families are and you're like, I got it. Pandas in bed. Like, oh no. Are you
Oh
sure you're
man,
cut out to run a hotel?
yo, You gotta go home too. Like, yo, I had a rough day. One of the pandas ain't want to jump in the bed, B. I had to force them.
Right.
Like it's
How do we
crazy.
know that these pandas even want to? Yeah, there's just a
Yo,
lot.
I didn't even know
Workers'
pandas want to
rights.
wake up at 5. Why did they gotta do wake up calls?
That's what I'm saying.
That's bananas, bro. If I'm gonna see a panda, it's on panda's terms.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you dictate. I'm gonna come to your crib. If you available, cool. If not, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna be like, hey, I went to visit the panda's house. They weren't there that day.
What about hibernation?
Yeah.
So
Yo.
is it like a seasonal thing of like in the summertime, all the panda wake up calls you want, but in winter we like to let I don't this
Uh-uh.
none of this feels right to me.
At all. At all.
No.
No. Finally, a man finds out he was married without his knowledge. That's right. A 36-year-old Texas woman is being held on felony stalking charges in a bizarre case where a wedding was held without the groom present and without his knowledge. Christy Marie Spearman was arrested and booked. Beverly Hills Police Chief Corey Martin said his office was contacted by a 42-year-old man on Friday who said that he found a package from his ex-girlfriend at his home that included a copy of a marriage certificate showing he was married. The victim told police he had been in a relationship with the suspect and they had gotten a marriage license around June 2nd, but had broken up before the wedding took place. Chief Martin said the investigation determined that the woman had convinced the pastor to certify the marriage without the groom being present. Chief Martin said she then went to the county clerk's office and filed the certificate. Chief Martin said that with the assistance of the Hewitt Police Department, the suspect was located at her residency near Hewitt. Police obtained and arrested an arrest warrant for third-degree felony stalking and took Spearman into custody.
Also, the phrase third degree felony stalking.
Okay.
Third degree stalking is wild, but then I guess it's also let's do a whole wedding without the person there and have the paperwork that proves that it's legit. Like it's a wild concept, third degree stalking, but then here is what it looks like in action, and I'm like, yeah, no, we're right to have degrees. We're right. We're right.
Real talk. Low
Yeah.
key, if I'm gonna get stalked, I'm kind of impressed. I think this is what I would want.
This is not what I would want. This is
Nah,
no, I don't need someone. No, I
you
don't
got
wanna.
stalked, but they letting you live your life.
Are they?
Yeah, he was still living. He was chilling.
No, 'cause, she's fucking him up in other ways.
But after he dies, like if he dies, she's gonna get the pension.
Not necessarily. I mean, if they break up, like, there are things I don't know, what about taxes?
Okay,
She could fuck that up somehow.
married filing separately.
Right, but what if she doesn't I don't feel like she's gonna do everything else by the rules if she's already you know what I mean? Like, she can't fake a wedding and then go, "Alright, we're filing separately." Like, no. She will just fill that out like it's him.
Okay.
Like,
So that's
that's
kind of what was selling me on it. It felt like she was like, "I be like, I don't fuck with you, so I'm gonna torture you, but I'm gonna do it by the book."
no, I
You
don't think
know?
I mean, look, not that this is better than having someone everywhere you are and breaking into your house, but
Right?
this is still a violation in a way that you don't know if you can talk a pastor into certifying something that did not happen, what else are you capable of doing?
That's fair.
And that is what's terrifying.
I
Like, if you've done this, what else have you done in my name that
Yeah,
once I try to unravel it, my whole life could be fucked.
I'm with you, but I will say this: there is somebody's grandparents. This
Mhm.
is their story.
Yeah,
Like
all of our grandparents, this is their story.
real talk. This is a version of the Notebook they don't talk about. You know what I mean?
Look, if we really think about it, if we did the math on, like, when our grandparents had their kids, we would not be happy.
At all, at all.
Like, "Oh, well, wait a minute now, that means you were 14?
Uh-huh.
Yep, and grandpa was how old?
Mm.
Why are you asking all these questions, baby?"
It's a different time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
everything was a different time then, so sure. This is absolutely this used to be how you got a mate. How you got a man, how you got a woman is by doing some but this is still next level. This is definitely
Yeah.
third degree.
If you would like to do other third degree crimes,
Oh,
okay?
no.
You know what I mean? Maybe lesser crimes, you know what I mean? What's a good third degree? What's you got murder, manslaughter.
Yeah.
What's below that?
I feel like, the crimes are bad and third degree is the worst version of it.
Is it? I thought it would be the best version of it.
Why? It's the strongest. Is it not?
Is it not? I thought it was degrees away from the thing.
Is it the opposite of, like, burns?
Oh, maybe you're right. It could be like Mach 1, where like 1's the most and
Okay.
not 5. I don't know.
This is what happens when you put 2 idiots behind mics. You know what? Tyler, the creator, might have been right. We don't all need to be talking.
Low key, yo.
Yeah.
in fact, real talk. For those of y'all that are on the Patreon, by the way, thank you so much for all of you that are on it. Much appreciated. This week's This or That starts with that question. I already had it written down. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, nah, he was on to something. Low
yeah,
key.
he might have been on to something.
Real
Yeah.
talk. Even as Mike professional holding people, it should be limited to on the stage. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? Oh man. Our knowledge is really, really, really about underground New York hip hop circa 1995 and Brandy and Monica. That is it. That's all we know. Once you start going to other realms, you kind of find
Yeah,
out
we're kind of lost. We're kind of lost.
Oh man. Yeah. Like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you Apple, Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You just send us some more links because we just need to keep reading.
Yeah, we really are trying to better ourselves through
Genuine.
your submissions, which I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's how we're doing it.
I didn't say it was a fast process, but it's a process.
It is a process.
So 5 stars, you know it's working because like you get the sincere thank yous from me in the DMs. Be like, yo, there's so many things that people send me that ain't got no chance or article like possibility of being on the show. They're just like, yo, Gastor, you should know this.
Right.
Like real talk. I just get links, be like, yo, there's some vitamins that you should be taking as a person. I'm like, oh, good looking.
Yeah, y'all really are keeping us alive. So
Real
thank you for
talk.
that. Thank you for that.
Sha, I gotta show you some of these things I got in the last month. It's crazy work. Like, I appreciate it. Real talk. Just people just trying to better me, and I can't thank y'all enough, and I do it.
Oh
If you have
my
any
God.
articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Or just if you have anything that's for our betterment, as I've said, please keep sending them. With all that said, I am the let's see, I don't know. I hope I get to a point in my life where I have a third degree stalker, Gastor Almonte. You know what I mean? That's success. You know what I mean?
I think you're insane.
Shalewa Sharpe.
Yep.
Oh man. This has been late night. Hope I don't get woken up by Red Panda episode.
I know. What a nightmare.
Yo, insane. Why would you want that?
I don't know.
That's a like wish on my enemy type thing. That don't sound cute at all.
And because of that AI thing, you don't know if it's real or not.
Yo, as soon as you said it, I couldn't unsee it.
Yes, until they start eating your face or something.
Keep that away from me. I want no parts.
No.
But yeah, y'all are weird if you're into that. But I guess there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
It ain't even kink shaming because it's not sexual, but it's weird, B.
It's weird.
Real talk. Like we talk for 10 minutes about a dating show that starts with people seeing everybody's penises.
Right.
Red Panda, way weirder. Okay.
Look, I'm not saying you should feel shame about wanting a Red Panda to wake you up, but I mean, I don't know. Look deep down.
Real talk. Yeah.
Dig a little deeper.
Like that's the line.
Yeah.
If there's a line, that's the line. Catch y'all next time. Peace.